Welcome boys! So many self-improvement systems out there that already exist are focused on making slow, incremental changes so that in 3 years' time we can be the person we want to be. But there are so many things we can do right now in such a short time frame to make that massive leap and get so much closer to becoming that person we actually want to be virtually overnight. So I'm going to give you my quick 6 steps here which I use if I want to make that quick change and get myself back in line, because we all fall off sometimes. And when I fall off, whack these things back in my schedule, get it locked down, and we're on the winning train again, baby. The first thing we've got to do is we've actually got to cut things out of our schedule. We've got to cut addictions. When we start feeling like we're not making so much progress, and we feel like we're bogged down and the wheels are spinning a little bit, it's often not about trying to add more work blocks, trying to get more done, trying to have more breakthroughs. It's often about just cutting out the things which are not actively helping us push forward. And that can be your basic vices that everyone talks about: doom scrolling, substances, nights out with friends, whatever that might be. But it can also be tasks which are technically self-improvement but aren't really adding to our life. I used to journal like 3 pages a day every morning. It would take me 30 to 60 minutes sometimes because I'm a slow writer and I get sidetracked. And I did not actually get a whole lot from journaling. So what I've done instead is in the morning, I'll wake up and I'll just decide 3 key tasks which I have to get done by the end of the day. And when I've got those 3 tasks done, I know I've made a big leap in progress to achieving whatever my next mission is. So that's just an example of something which, while it technically might be good, it's not benefiting us so much as other things we can be doing. Second step we've got to do is to do with our energy. And the quickest way to get energy and the easiest way to be charged up and ready to go all the time comes from recovery, and the main faucet of recovery is our sleep. So if we can fix our sleep, that's going to flow through all areas of our life and it's going to make that winning so much easier. Sleep is very, very simple, but you can see it horribly overcomplicated with so many different theories and so many different people telling you different stuff. And I really cringe when I see people saying you got to wake up at 4:30 a.m. because your competition's still asleep. That's how you're going to get ahead of them and win the day. I, in Australia, used to wake up at 3 a.m. sometimes to go work in a supermarket bakery. What would happen is I'd get to work, I'd feel horrible, I'd start to feel good, I'd get a bit of a rush around 8 a.m, we're feeling great, and then when I'd finish work at 11, I would be absolutely wrecked, and I'd be so destroyed that I could not do anything for the rest of the day. So the hours of productivity I had was only working my corporate job. After that, I could do absolutely nothing. Similarly, the 6 months I had in Australia where I achieved so much, I had my breakout season, I dropped everything and went to Thailand, and that's where I'm living now. I was actually going to bed around midnight, 1 a.m. and sleeping all the way through to 9 a.m, lying in bed for half an hour in the morning and then getting up and starting my day from there. So the basis of sleep is really, it is not about the time that you wake up. It is just about how productively you can work during that time. So as long as you're going to bed at the same time and you're waking up at the same time and you're getting 8+ hours sleep, it doesn't matter if you're going to bed at 4 a.m. in the morning and waking up early afternoon. You do whatever works best for you. If something works well for someone else, but it doesn't work well for you, don't take it, throw it away, find what works for you and just stick with that. That's how we win. Step 3, pretty simple one, make sure we're moving our body. Gym, run, whatever it is, we've got to do at least 5 full 1-hour training sessions every single week. For me right now, because I'm still trying to put on a bit of size, that looks like 5 gym sessions every week. I'll run very infrequently. I don't love running, but I force myself to do it sometimes. But we've got to keep our body flowing. I like to use my gym session as a way to actually refresh my day. I'll wake up, I'll start work about 9 a.m. in the morning, go through to about 2 p.m, 3 p.m, then my mind's starting to feel a little bit fatigued. I'm not feeling so great and ready to smash out things on the computer. So that's when I'll go do my gym session. So I'm not just getting the benefit of, gaining muscle, getting healthier, all that stuff. Once I finish that gym session, I come home, I feel refreshed, I got a new rush, and I can go back and keep making money and doing my work. So there's so many benefits to just moving your body. Fantastic clarity for the mind, especially if you're thinking about a lot of things. You can just go for a walk without your phone, without no distractions, and just hear yourself think for a bit while you're getting the fresh air, you're getting your body moving. It makes things very, very easy to understand what you actually need to do next. Step 4, work blocks. We put dedicated work blocks in our day to say, I am working during this time. I've got no distractions. Work is the only thing I want to do right now. It can feel like things take too long, like we've got too much we have to do in our day, but you'd be surprised, and I was surprised, when I put my phone away and I just did work for 3 hours. It's amazing how quickly those tasks get ticked off without distractions. So what I do, my little personal system here, when I write my to-do list on my phone, I structure it in blocks. So 8 to 9, morning routine. 9 to 12, first work block. 12 to 1, lunch. 1 to 3, second work block. And then 3 o'clock is gym session. You get the picture. And during those work blocks, I have an app called Opal on my phone. And I blocked out every single fun app on my phone, so I cannot open it during those work blocks. That makes it really easy because when I don't have the distractions, all I can do is work. So set up your schedule again so that it works for you. Block it out on your phone, have no distractions, just focus on work, and the wheels will start spinning faster than you could ever imagine. Step 5, audit your environment. That can be toxic friends. That's what most people say. You know, you've got to get rid of those people that are holding you back. But let's take it a step further. We want everything in our environment, everything around us to be top level. We cannot accept any mediocrity around us because the standard that we walk past in our life is the standard we accept. I was meeting one of my boys for coffee. We're strategizing, talking about content, etc. And he noticed that my phone case was broken on the bottom. And he was like, you better go get a new phone case. You can't have that around you. And I was like, yeah, actually, you're right. I can't pick up my phone every time, see it broken, and just go on my mind, yeah, that's fine, that's okay, we won't worry about that. I don't want to start reinforcing that in my life. I need to make sure I'm keeping everything at that A+ standard because it does carry over into all elements of our life. And people might say, well, a broken phone case doesn't really affect your ability to go to the gym. Well, it's more of a mental thing, isn't it? If we don't make exceptions on anything, it's going to be so much harder for us to go ahead and make an exception which is going to ruin something in a different facet of our life. Final step is we need to make sure we are actually tracking our progress. I think the easiest way to keep ourselves pushing forward and to keep seeing a very real progression in our life is to give ourselves hard metrics that cannot lie to us. If we use a gym transformation as an example, when I first started out trying to bulk, when I would just go based off what I see in the mirror, I wasn't weighing myself super regularly, I wasn't tracking my calories hardcore. I just look in the mirror and go, oh, I don't think I'm bigger, let me try and eat a bit more. And then I feel like I eat a lot that day, I step on the scales and the weight is still the same, I get discouraged and I want to give up. But if we swap everything to be just tracking, if we make it purely process orientated, then in that same instance, I can say, well, I feel skinny today, but that's not a problem because my numbers are tracking right. So I know if I continue with this, I'll be 1 kilo heavier 2 weeks from now. And so we don't get that frustration and that panic thinking, oh, is it all going wrong? Maybe I'm not going to succeed, all that stuff. So whatever it is in your life, whether it be like your workouts, your habits, good and bad, whether it be trying to make money, find key metrics you can track so you can have a real understanding what's going on and then just rely on your numbers because your numbers don't lie. Our perception lies, the mirror lies, but the numbers do not. So we're going to use them as much as possible in our life. So if we follow these steps for 30 days and we do not make an exception, that is going to result in a completely new identity and we will feel so much better. New baseline, new identity, new life. What's not to love? So I hope you loved it, boys. Smash like, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what you thought, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao!